Thank you for tuning in. I'm your instructor Joy. Let me first play a tune for you. This was a little excerpt from Wieniawski D minor concerto, the number 2. Thank you very much for your continued support. I really appreciate. With this challenging passage, I'd like to show you how one could work on fingered octaves. Fingered octaves are the one that involves 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. We use this one, especially when we have to play very fast, such as here. One can play 1 and 4, but it becomes increasingly harder because you have to shift it. Not only the distance gets smaller, so it is a very handy to have. Oh, sorry. Which we can do 1 and 3. That becomes very handy. So I would like to show you a couple of technical tips that you can apply in your practicing work, and hopefully you can achieve that one a little faster with a little more ease. Tip number 1: understand fingered octave involves a lot of stretching, all directions. First finger this way, pinky this way, in between fingers get stretched too, which means it's normal, normal left hand frame. So this is the normal left hand frame, what normal for us, for violinists, when the knuckle is about the same height as the fingerboard. But if you place like this, it's going to be only very limited how far you can stretch from 1 to 4, or 1 to 3 in this case. In order to maximize the stretching between 1, 3 and 2, 4, we have to lower our hand, making our knuckle much lower. This way, we can stretch quite a bit. The distance between fingers gets much wider, not on each fingers, right? So lower your hand, which means the knuckle gets lower, the thumb goes also a little lower. And then feel free to understand the first fingertip does not always sit the way that would do, but sometimes the first finger often sits a little on the side to help the pinky to stretch. Like that. If I keep my first finger's normal placement, my pinky will be only limited how far you can go, and it's going to be difficult. Make sure you work on that one. Tip number 2. Very, very important to release the fingertip pressure. Just like we have to compromise our first fingertip placement to help the pinky stretching, it's very important to release the fingertip pressure from the string while keeping on the string. Because if you crunching it heavy, you might be able to play, but you have high chance to injure your left hand. So it's very, very important. Release it, lightning, lightning. And so on like that. So I don't know if you're able to see. So you're releasing the pressure while keeping the on the string, which is the same idea as you will shift it. And when you practice left hand, always make sure you play calmly with the right hand. Tip number 3: explore alternative options of bowings when you have no options of alternative fingerings on the left hand. Fingered octave has no option. You have to do all 4 fingers. You have no chance. And if you're, but the only chance that you can make your playing of this passage better is exploring other options of your bowing. See if it makes it hard, if it makes it easier, or to make you sound better. Remember, the bowings and fingering marks, even if it's there, it may or may not be from the composer. And even if it were from the composer, it is up to us, up to the player, to choose correct bowing and fingering that support our playing, that makes our playing better. So use explore all these options. A lot of violinists do Osler here, which is not impossible, but I find it particularly very hard because you're shifting a lot and then you have a long way to go to the frog. Instead, I like to the first two separate one. Then here I do at the tip. Then I do only four slur. Then I have enough for to vibrate, which is a landing not very audible. That's not the only alternative, of course. You can choose the other one. As long as it goes well with music, as well as it supports your playing, it's always worth to explore. I wish you all happy practicing. Remember, when we work such challenging passages, we have to be very careful not to over practice, giving enough time to recover, and then come back to your practicing. The frequency matters more when it comes to difficult, challenging technical practicing, more than a big chunk at once. Yeah. I wish you all happy practicing. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again. Bye bye.